I want everyone to just take a look at these little babies. These cranks, they're just little infants, but they produce big power. First ride out, I went from 175 millimeter cranks to 165. And I have to tell you, the changes and results are drastic. At first, for 15 minutes, I absolutely hated it. And then after 30 minutes, I was okay with it. And then after an hour, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. I've been watching the Tour de France, wondering how in the world does an athlete do around 450 watts up a climb? I can barely even hit 300, I was thinking. Well, with the 165 cranks, I'm naturally spinning a much, much higher cadence. Naturally, which is what my body likes to do. And I was going up climbs at 450 watts. Not for a long time, but for a couple minutes at a time on a climb when it gets steep. I'd have to say, if you're a rider, probably over 40 like me, so you're hitting middle-aged, and maybe you have some knee pain, which I was starting to get, which is why I went to 165. I want to do 167.5, but they don't make those, or I couldn't get them. So I went 165, and I'm pretty glad that I did. So, number one change on your bike, if you want to make a big difference, short cranks, go into the bike shop conservatively, and then go shorter from that. Now, I'm only in this ride about 30 miles and an hour and a half. So far, still adapting. Feeling better all the time. Making very small micro adjustments to the saddle height. Because I thought maybe I could raise it by 10 millimeters since I dropped the cranks 10 millimeters, but I think as the saddle goes up, it actually goes backwards. So then hypothetically, it's technically going much higher than just 10 millimeters by raising it that much. So we're gonna see how this goes along the way. Here in Bottle Bay, little ice cream store. Pretty cool. People walking by wondering why I'm talking to a camera also. Small towns. So yeah, normally for these types of rides, I'm doing a longer endurance ride. I'm usually around 190, 200 normalized power. Right now, not really pushing it, just keeping 130, 140 heart rate. 248. I was at 250 normalized power for a while, but I had to do some descents down a dirt road, and I'm a big baby and I don't want to crash or have a car pull out in front of me and not be able to brake in time, yada yada. And so my power dropped about 2 watts. I'm not really sure what normalized power means. It's just a number that's kind of relevant to me, I think, for long rides. Ask your coach what it means, because I'm too dumb to know. I just know that the number went up a lot. And it's just a change that made me more comfortable, less knee pain. I'm spinning a higher cadence and less material in my cranks. So technically, I might have saved some weight. Also, I think that these cranks just look really dope. Black, just a little bit of shininess to them. Man. Oh, with the black thin crank on the black bike. Oh, money. But it didn't cost me a lot of money. They just look money. Well, just rolling into Spirit Lake, 60 miles, 3 hours and 10 minutes. I don't know if you're supposed to do long rides like this after making a big change to your bike, but you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. It's starting to feel really natural. Though if I just think about the circles that the cranks create, then I feel like it's super small. I think one of the biggest benefits though is that as I'm spinning, I'm getting through more of inefficient dead spots quicker, and thus making them less of an issue. These semis are good. When they pass you, they give you about 2 inches of space. It's pretty wild that they're willing to just thread the needle and then the wind just like blasts you all over the place. It's a really fun roller coaster that these 18-wheelers send you on. If you're wondering if it's hot, it's really hot. And I've just been stuck baking out in the sun. No shade. But I'm at 74 miles and pushing it pretty solid. One good thing about short cranks, is that it actually makes riding a lot more fun because you feel so much snappier on the pedals. Like getting up to speed and like spinning your legs is way better. I wonder how people eat their Cliff Bars or whatever bars on long rides, especially when it's hot, because just the thought of eating anything right now makes my stomach turn. All I can do is just drink liquids. Even if I was on that 150-mile ride, I couldn't eat anything. I tried, but I would just cough it up. It's like it's so dry. I guess when I go out to ride, I'm kind of just pushing it a lot of the time, so my body can't digest anything. One trick though is you go in the gas stations, and I go to basically every gas station, and the lemonade's always where the water is, so you can kind of sneak lemonade in with the water, or just all lemonade, and then you're getting free calories from the gas stations. I guess technically that's stealing, but yeah, just a little bit even. I'm hoping this water is good for drinking because I just partook. 90 miles, 4 hours and 42 minutes. And there's a section that's a long ways without any water. Well, I'm almost back in the Sandpoint, but boy, like a 35 mile section, no water in the heat. That can get you. Hey Siri, what's a kilojoule? Basically a calorie, but I don't know how many joules, or kilojoules is in a calorie. Why can't they just say calories on bike computers? Everything's gotta be so complicated with cycling. No one knows what any of these numbers mean. Siri doesn't really even know. But yet we go on. And whatever a kilojoule is, I burn 3,460 of them. So I guess that's a lot of calories, supposedly. A pound equivalent. Well, that is 1,100 miles. Right next to the horses. If I take this dirt road I could basically instantly be back. But I feel like that would be cheating. I must go the correct road, pathway, down this way, even though I've hit 100 miles. Sometimes I ask myself, why is 100 miles so hard? 5 hours and 20 minutes. Is it the distance, the heat, the climbing? It's always like a challenge. And there's never been a century that I've done where I was like, well, that was easy. But yeah, they keep doing it. Keep going out. And it's all about the 3 digits. 100 or 10 something. Whatever, over that. Feels like an accomplishment. And maybe because it's hard, it's fun. Always that last climb. 101.8. I'll get 102. Oh, some extra credit. Finishing off with a big hill.